Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today we're going to be doing the first half of my What Solds, which will be for last week, Monday through Thursday, which was November 25th through the 28th. My sales have been very, very steady and very above average, and I'm thrilled. Y'all, Etsy is on fire. Etsy, I have made almost $1,000 in the last month just on Etsy. Not anywhere compared to eBay, but y'all, I was at the point where I considered not continuing with Etsy. I had a viewer who said, just stick with it. You need to get more listings on there. Stick with it, and, it'll do better. And so I am, and I think my goal for next year is get everything that can be on Etsy, put on Etsy, get everything that's like $15 and up, and with some exceptions, and less than £5 on Poshmark, and do away with Mercari. Mercari's leave. As soon as I can get my last dollar out of there and into my bank account, I'm shutting it down, because I went in there just yesterday to just see what the promoted was looking like, and it was more than 30% now. For me, I'm not sure what it's doing. I had seen a post that everybody said, no, it's back to normal. The normal 5%, whatever, 10% for offers to likers. Mine is still at 30, even 40%. So I'm done. I'm done. That's like the last straw. It's just, underhanded, because if you're not paying attention, you could be decreasing the price of your item and not even realize it, and then sell stuff for way less than you anticipated. And I just don't like the fact that they didn't tell us. It's one thing to make changes to a platform that doesn't really affect our bottom line, but this affects our bottom line. And I'm been frustrated with that platform forever. I do not like the fee structure. So as soon as I get my last dollar out of there and it's deposited into my account, I'm just shutting them down. And I probably will, I may send them a message that said I'm leaving because of all of this. I don't think they care.
Well, I don't think we should see each other anymore.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't know how much longer they're going to be around, but just say my piece and then be done. Otherwise, I'm going to focus on the other 3 platforms and give it my all. Mercari. I do have sales on there. I think I have 3 things that I need payments to clear. I'm not going to shut them down, so if I sell something else, this is just going to drag it out a little bit longer.
I hope they do. I hope they just keep torturing
you.
One a week.
One a week, yeah. That would be funny, but it's still money. Yeah. So on Mercari, I sold this Hallmark Hartley Brown Dog Plush for $24.95. And then this Carhartt Kids Denim Overalls for $18.51. And then on Poshmark, I had 3 sales. Koala Bear Plush Backpack sold for $21. This Build-A-Bear I Love Sleepovers Zebra PJ set sold for $20. And I don't even know how to pronounce this, and I don't remember where I got them from, but these kids cross-country ski boots sold for $40. Now for Etsy. 3 sales. First one is this Tennessee Volunteers mascot dog Smokey plush for $22.45. This Tic-Tac-Tony game from 1994 sold for $17.95. And this World of Snoopy from my Snoopy lot astronaut figure sold for $26.95. Here's the breakdown on the Snoopy that sold for $26.95. It's this section right here. This is the payment. They paid me $34.25. That included shipping and taxes total. Then there was a processing fee. It is 3% plus 25 cents. So I paid $1.28 for that. Here's the tax that they're pulling back out. The buyer had paid sales tax. And then the transaction fee for this order is 6.5%, so $1.75 plus 6.5% on the shipping, which I had charged $5.95, and then my shipping label when I actually purchased it was $5.09. So
what it comes down to is you're paying 9.5% plus 25 cents.
Right, on everything. So hope that helps people. So it is cheaper than eBay to sell on Etsy. I think personally, even with the 20% listing fee, especially if it's going to sell quickly. I just showed recently in a haul. This is a Thai Pluffies. I pick up almost all Pluffies if they're in good condition. Some of them are bread and butter, but this particular one was Shirley the Lamb from 2003, and it sold for $21.21. Again, I don't do free shipping on any platforms, so the buyer has also paid extra for the shipping. Next, it was a different Snoopy. I sold all the Snoopy figures now. I think I ended up with like 6 or 7 of them originally. This was the Rockstar one. It sold for $21.21. This is a brown bear plush, no tags. So I just had to describe it the best I could. It had little black eyes, 12 inches tall, sold for $14.41. Can men's jeans, size 33, sold for $20.98. I think this was from my Snoopy lot just based on the custom label date that is assigned to it. But it was a vintage Applause 17-inch Snoopy and it sold for $29.71. All right, this is some more of the Tyco Kitchen Littles set that I picked up when we were down in Florida. I want to say I paid $7.99 or something like that for a box that was sealed. I ended up breaking up the pieces. I've already sold, I want to say, one little pack of food from there for $30 some. And then this was just the furniture stuff and some stickers and the instruction, and it sold for $38.
It wasn't factory sealed. It was
No,
taped up.
yeah,
with a
they
store.
had taped it up, so I didn't know what was in it when I purchased it. Indiana glass. This was listed forever. Funny thing is the person I think the feedback they left me said that, they had just broke this and was thrilled that they actually were able to find one on eBay to replace the one that they had. Sold for $11.86.
Didn't you have a husband buying a broken plate last year, wasn't it?
Back, yeah. That happens a lot. Well, just in general during the holidays when people are getting into their stuff to get out for the holiday meals and they accidentally break something or they realize something is missing and then they just go looking for replacements. This was an odd shirt. It had been, not personalized. What's the word?
Store branded.
Yeah, it had been branded for Emo's Pizza, which is, I know we see the signs out in Missouri for it, but it was a Champion branded shirt and it sold very quickly. I thought it might be a slow sell, but it sold almost instantly, $22.68. I picked this up at my favorite little estate sale company. I bought a bunch of Thai classics there. I think everything there that day was $2 each. And this little cameo cat plush sold for $25.46.
It's kind of fun to go there for their opening day, and there's the line. As we go in, she'll tell Rebel, "Your stuff's in the back bedroom."
Yeah. She knows I want to look at the toys. Okie dokie. Baby blanket. I don't pick up a whole lot of baby blankets anymore, but I think this next year I'm going to pay more attention because I've done very well with some recent ones that I picked up. This one was picked up in August and it sold for $21. This is a Russ the Dachshund was what was on the tag. Brown dog plush, sold for $15.95. It says ended there. It's because I have actually 2 of them and it's just, I messed up. I didn't realize. I thought that I had duplicated it and just, it turned into a fiasco for me temporarily while I stressed because I was like, why do I still have one listed, And then I realized I actually had 2.
Yeah, you've got some problems recently. We still got to sort that other one out.
Which one?
The one that we couldn't find this morning. That you said doesn't have to ship till Monday.
That's the one you found, you big dummy.
Oh, that one.
Y'all, he sent me on a goose chase this morning. Said he couldn't find something. I had just had it out because I was going to add something to it. And then the thing that I was going to add to the lot didn't work. So I just relisted it and went and took it back. And I thought, well, I put it in the wrong bin. So I went out there and was looking and looking. He had pulled it and forgot. It was in the bag this morning.
Since we're airing dirty laundry, I think that was just my unbeknownst psychological revenge against her, because I asked her, the way we pull stuff for Poshmark and Etsy is that they're in the unsold section in the eBay app. And
Right.
I say, and some things she has in there that she's ending for one reason or another. So I always ask, what's in the unsold? And she says everything but the dinosaurs. So my first question was,
There were two dinosaurs.
There's a set of dinosaurs, and then there's a plush dinosaur. So when you say dinosaurs, does that mean the
All
set
of
of
them?
dinosaurs, or the set of dinosaurs and the plush dinosaur? And she said everything but the set of dinosaurs. The plush gets pulled. And I said, great. So I pulled it all. And then she tells me, after I get it all pulled, that there was like 5 of those things didn't need to be pulled because...
Have you guys noticed that things will sell, but they don't, and you've gone on your... See, I work from my desktop mostly. I'll go into the desktop, I clear out my unsolds because I've explained this in the past. Anything that sells, everything is on eBay. Not everything is on the other platforms. And the way List Perfectly ends them, you know, if it sells on Poshmark, it ends it on eBay. And they go into my unsolds. Even though I've cleared out the unsolds that don't need to be on there, they stay on my phone. And you have to actually go into actions and then edit and remove them from your phone. So if you're having that issue, that's what you need to do when stuff is staying in your unsold that shouldn't be in there. You've cleared it, and for some reason the app won't clear it. So that's what happened this morning. I had like 4 or 5 things that didn't clear, that were off the desktop, but were still on the app. And he pulled all of that stuff too. But at least I didn't send you on a wild goose chase. I was panicked, like, okay, at least I have till Monday. Right, back to this. This is more of the Snoopy stuff. I'm selling the Snoopy stuff. I remember somebody made a comment in that they can't sell Snoopy. Snoopy is a hard sell. When I bought this huge lot, it's selling. Maybe it's a fourth quarter thing and people just buy these types of stuff during fourth quarter, but I'm selling a lot of it. But these were Wendy's kids meal toys. And the 4 of them sold for $12.71. More stuff from that lot. These were Pez dispensers, lot of 4, sold for $11.01. Walgreens animated plush, listed at the beginning of this year, sold for the full price $19.95. Land's End women's jeans sold for $15.01. The Puppet Company, I think that was a Ben's pickup. I listed it in April and it sold for $15.25. It's a puppet and it's a unicorn, but I probably would still pick up these, but not all unicorns. All right, Mr. Christmas. I picked this up at our favorite little estate sale company. Also, I paid $10 for it. It had an issue which I showed in the video, and I stated it's supposed to have this silhouette thing that turns, and it kept getting stuck. But it sold at my full price of $49.95 very quickly. Timberland men's jeans sold for $18. Carhartt men's jeans sold for $15. This was one of my really old listings. I was thrilled to see that it sold. It's a superhero, Super Pig from 2018, sold for $8.05. Tide Jingle Beanies, Bears, and Snowmen. They were all Christmassy type plush, sold for $17.95. These are the smaller ones that had like a jingle bell sound inside of them. Mary Kay. Now, lots of you said that you sell the Mary Kay, no problem. Some people said they sold the Mary Kay on Posh or Mercari. But y'all, when I started looking through the bags of the stuff that I had, I'm not sure if it's supposed to. None of them had a sealed covering, like a foil thing over the tip. So I'm not comfortable selling stuff that, you know, when you take the lid off, there's nothing showing that it was sealed and never been used. This ended up being the only thing in the 2 bags of stuff that I picked up at the bins that clearly was sealed. And it sold the same day I listed it. This was a Mary Kay Time Wise 3-in-1 cleansing bar, and it sold for $15. The good thing about it is it probably paid for all of the rest of the stuff that I ended up just not feeling confident to list. Just, I don't need anybody saying that it was supposed to be sealed or that it seems partially used or old. No, just not doing it. Hallmark Rhonda Reindeer from the Rodney Reindeer series. Y'all, I don't know how this happened, but this got listed last year and never sold. We sold so many Rodney Reindeers last year. This one somehow didn't sell. Finally sold this time. Sold for $17.05. Mattel Tigger Winnie the Pooh plush from 1997. Sold for $8.96. I'm going to pick up most Winnie the Pooh that's clean and ready to go. Aurora Brown Horse plush Clydesdale. Sold for $10. These are woven wicker rattan, like trivets. Hot pads is what we call them around here. I want to say I paid like a quarter or 50 cents for them at a yard sale, and they sold for $18. IKEA Zebra Lovey. I guess the term on it is Klappa. This sold very quickly for me. Sold for $17.95. Pretty sure it was a bins pickup. Mud skinny jeans sold for $11. Old Navy men's utility jacket sold within a couple of days of listing it for $29. Here's another IKEA plush alligator, 24 inches long, sold for $15.25. Vintage Christmas. I love going to estate sales to pick it up. These are poinsettia taper candle holders, and they sold for $16.16. Warner Brothers Tasmanian Devil 3D mug sold for $8.96. There's a whole series of these. Little Jellycat pink elephant plush sold for $29.95. J. Crew women's corduroy capris sold for $17.71. Taggies. This is one of the Loveys. I usually will put like a theme. They don't really have an animal with them. This one was transportation. Sold for $8.96. Chosun Old English Sheepdog plush sold for $20.20. I just showed this in a recent haul. It was a Jellycat Bashful Bunny. Had some wear to it. I said on the listing, fur seems to have wear. Sold full price $9.95. This is Russ Muffin. He comes in varying sizes. I think this is one of the larger sizes. He's 10 inches tall. He is a white Bichon Frise dog. Sold very quickly, $22.45. Hasbro Star Wars little figures, set of 4, sold for $11.66. Dakin Lou Rankin. This is a Shar-Pei dog plush, sold for $15.50. This was from the Snoopy lot. There were like 6, maybe 7 child size vintage shirts. This one was a green doghouse long sleeve shirt, 1973. None of them had a size tag. So I just put in my listing C measurements, probably 2Ts, 3Ts, somewhere in there, but I'm not guessing. Sold for $29.95. Because especially vintage stuff, the measurements aren't the same as they are today. They truly aren't. A size 14 vintage item is not the same as a size 14 contemporary one, and it depends on brands also.
That works in men's jeans too, because the size 34 and 36 that I used to wear doesn't fit anymore.
Another unicorn. I'm glad it's gone. It was an old listing also. Baby Gons, and it sold for $9.31. All right, another thing from the Peanuts lot. This was a Snoopy Pen Pals pen, and it sold for $20. A viewer sale. So thanks again, Sherry. Sherry bought this Mattel Emotions Rabbit and these Boyd's Bear Mohair Cats for a total of $33.92. So thanks again, Sherry. Charter Club Women's Velour Dress sold for $20. Cabbage Patch Kids Babyland doll from 1987 sold for $16.96. These also came from the Snoopy sale. There was a box of just small little action figures and stuff like that that we paid extra $10 for. These were a part of that. I've already sold quite a few things from that lot. But this was a Funko Pop Domo Superman and Batman figure sold for $10. Six Flags winner Pink Tiger plush, been listed since March. I think it was one of those things I thought when I got an offer on this, I don't know when I'm going to get another offer on it. So it was just, I'm ready to make quick sales right now, get my inventory cleared out so that I have room for all of the sourcing I plan on doing next year. So I went ahead and accepted a $20 offer on this plush. Never heard of this brand. I'm pretty sure these were shoes that we picked up at my favorite little estate sale company. She had a sale, maybe this year or last year. It was a garage warehouse full of clothes, tons of clothes, and we spent like $2 for shoes, and then on half price day it was like $1.
They had is that the one where they had like a first segment of it, and then they brought in a bunch more stuff. And they did, they had gold panning for gold equipment there, and all sorts of interesting stuff.
Lots of interesting stuff, and lots of nice vintage clothing. These shoes, I don't know if I said it, $21.21. Guess jeans. Guess. These were men's, distressed, sold for $35.71. Little Tykes Pastel Castle Blocks. Not a complete set. I think I picked them up at the bin, so whatever, the $1.89 a pound. Sold for $22. Nativity. This is the time of year that a lot of nativity stuff sells. These were wooden, and they were like 2 inches tall. Very sweet set. I picked them up at an estate sale. I want to say it was like $1. And they sold for $26.95. I just showed these. I picked them up at the bins. I remember thinking when I grabbed all of these action figures that, the action figure people that were there definitely missed out not getting to that bid before I did. I've got at least 2 of the items I'm going to share today. This is from Small Soldiers. His name is Major Chip Hazard. 1998, sold for $15.25. Gorham Ariana. We used to sell the heck out of that stuff when we first listed it. I'm now down to, small things. This was a butter plate. Sold the last 2 for a total of $16.10. I'm going to be redoing all of my dishes at the beginning of the year. Get through 4th quarter, and then I'm going to start all of the singles. I'm going to either lot or just totally get rid of the stuff that I've had forever. Build-A-Bear, the Bears just don't do very well. Decided to take an $8 offer on this one. Russ Alexis, the cat, sold for $16.34. Dairy Queen. Anytime I find plush from the Dairy Queen, they tend to sell very quickly for me. This, what was his Gatomon Digimon plush sold very quickly, $11.65. Funny thing is it was on sale for $10. I mean, for 10% off. The first time it sold for $11.65. If it had still been listed right now, it would be $11.66. I ain't quite understanding that. Vintage Fisher Price Adventure People bike. This one sold. I thought I had two of them. I was so excited, and then I realized the second one, one of the pedals or the kickstand had been broken. Anytime you can find these Adventure People bikes, they are definitely something to be picking up. This one sold for $26.95. This is from my high bid estate sale that we won years and years ago. These were Shoney's mini racers, still in the original packaging, and it sold for $16.16. Arco Pal France white milk glass coffee cups. I had 8 of these, so I decided to break them up into 2 sets of 4. Listed them back in August. The first set just sold for $15.25. This is the second Small Soldiers figure that I picked up at the bins. This one sold for $17.95. Little Tykes, 2 little pink cups and the salt shaker to a set, been listed since middle of last year, so I went ahead and took a $10 offer to make them gone. Clark's women's shoes, probably picked up at either the bins or this summer at a yard sale, sold for $20.20. We love picking up Clark's. And then my last 2 sales are the best 2 of the week. First one was this Lord of the Rings Burger King complete set of kids meal toys. My friend Shannon gifted these to me, and they sold the same day I listed them on an offer of $65, and they were an international sale going through the eBay International program. And then my best sale, y'all. I've already actually in the haul video told you that I sold it, but this also was picked up when we were down in Florida. This is a Galoob baby face doll. Her name was Playful Penny. She was the African American version from 1990. And she sold instantly on an offer of $160. And she went to a freight forwarding company. So definitely keep your eyes out for these dolls. They're just very unique faces. They have emotions. Sometimes they're crying. Sometimes they're frowning. Sometimes they're, got puckered lips. They're all different. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this video is quite long, but some of that is just us doing our research. I'm giving him the look because he's giving me the look.
I gotta sit here and listen to you yap for the whole video. Then I gotta
listen. He's on his phone.
Then I gotta listen to it all over again.
He's on his phone.
It's like being nagged.
All right, y'all. It's time to get to work. Bye.